The audience's opinion is the only opinion that matters.
How can you create content that serves your audience, that serves the person on the other side of the camera? Creating content for the algorithm, that's over with. And what does that even mean? Well, are any of you starting to see more new creators pop up on your homepage when you come into YouTube? I know I have. I'm gonna raise my hand. I have been seeing a lot of new YouTubers and their new content come up on my page. And why is that? Well, Sean Cannell of Think Media broke that down in this video right here. And basically the reason that we are starting to see more new creators, at least part of the reason, come up on our YouTube homepages is because when you're on TikTok, there's more of a chance that you're gonna see smaller creators and their content come up as well.
One of the things that is why TikTok got so big is because it was a platform where everyday people could become famous at a legitimately consistent rate. That you could post on TikTok and your chance, you post 50, 100 TikToks or less, your chance of getting 500,000 views or 1 million views. And so their tweaking of that algorithm, that algorithmic, the way it was at least has been set up, and they try to now continue to scale it. If creators feel suppressed or creators feel like it's impossible to break through, not only feel, if it is impossible to break through, well, then you're actually going to technically destroy the creator economy. You would de-incentivize, but then it also has to be a rhythm because of course there's supply and demand. And so just affirming what you said, YouTube's engineers learning from TikTok, there's no doubt about it, because with TikTok, it created a legitimate feedback loop, almost that maybe you haven't blown up yet, but you know someone who has. So you're just like, well, this is real, because it is real.
It would put a damper on a lot of people's parade if none of their content was ever being given a chance. And these platforms, YouTube, TikTok, etc., are giving newer content creators a chance in 2024. So there is a major opportunity for new creators in the next 12 months to grow successful YouTube channels and grow as content creators in general. I think across the board, these social media companies know that they need fresh content, and there's a lot of dope creators coming on to these platforms who will get better and better over time, and they understand that, so they're giving us a chance, guys. So there's a major opportunity to grow on social media this year. Take advantage of it. Niching is out the window. Niching is not the way to grow or explode your channel. There is a new sheriff in town, and knowing your audience is the new finding your niche. Before I continue any further, this is my weekly roundup of creator trends and insights that can help you level up your content, level up your brand, and maybe even make a little money. I am Nala, and I'm grabbing this information from different videos that I've seen throughout the week. So Sean, again, from the same video that I mentioned in my first point, he explained that it's no longer about cracking the algorithm. It's about understanding and engaging with your audience. Those that know their audience like the back of their hand will win in 2024. And it's not necessarily that niching isn't a thing, but it's not how the YouTube gurus and the experts in this space used to teach new creators to go about niching. That's not the way to do it anymore. There's a new way to find some focus and narrow down on the content that you want to have on your channel. And going forward, it's gonna be about being in service to your viewer. How can you create content that serves your audience, that serves the person on the other side of the camera? It's not about being selfish anymore. And what do you mean being selfish? I just mean that oftentimes when you're thinking about starting your channel or what content to produce, You're leading with, what am I passionate about? What do I enjoy talking about? And
too many people are asking about what are my multiple passions instead of asking about what's the viewer passion. I think actually, yes, you shouldn't detach your passion from your YouTube channel, but I think you should think about the viewer first if you want to be successful. Because if we're talking about
your content strategy in 2024 needs to be viewer focused, audience at the center. Who you're talking to needs to dictate what your content will be about. And I do have a video all about this. I will link it in the description box below. Short form content is not all that. Like, I'm not saying that vertical video is going anywhere in 2024. It's still a relevant part of growing a successful online presence, definitely, for sure. But it's not the end all and be all and something that you need to go all in on in 2024. Speaking from a YouTube standpoint, viewer habits have changed. I'm sure you probably heard like our attention spans are getting shorter. People have short attention spans. And I'm not denying that doesn't have some truth to it. However, as we continue and progress through this year, you're going to start to see that TikTok is going to allow 30-minute videos. They've already started to roll this out in other parts of the world, but I don't think it's started in the US, or at least in every state in the US. Audiences, viewers are getting fatigued with the constant scrolling every 5, 10, 15 seconds. We're still not in a place where we want to give our full attention to a longer piece of content, but we are in a place where we want to be able to pick something to watch and perhaps put it on in the background while we do our chores or something around the house. So that's kind of what like the shorter attention span whole thing is progressed to, more on a widespread type of thing. Furthermore, people are going to start watching more YouTube on their televisions.
You want to know what's crazy though? So like talking to a kid the other day, and he was like, yeah, I watch YouTube on TV all the time because I can just put it on the TV and they just go on my phone. So I can text my friends and use Snapchat.
That's crazy, bro.
Okay, and I was like, that is, I can't do that.
And here's us kind of having a circle jerk.
This is
hey,
so
great.
cool.
YouTube is great, but the kids are like, nah, this is boring. I'll put it on TV.
Bro, I just need more stimulation.
Just stimulate me more, you know, like I need some more Subway Surf. All right, okay, that's a laugh, but in that is a real kernel of truth. The future of YouTube is the television.
I would take any creator's content. You know, Michelle Curry, I think, is in the audience. Like her boxing documentary, put that up against any piece of content. Why shouldn't it win awards? Why shouldn't it win Emmys?
Ready for a YouTube Emmy campaign.
We've talked to people like Michelle on the show, showing how premium content is the next frontier for YouTube. But now we're seeing more and more evidence that television is the next big platform for our work.
Over the past few years, traditional cable has definitely become less popular, and now streaming platforms are becoming less popular than they have been, and YouTube is really coming to the forefront as something to watch when you're in the living room, when you're winding down for your evening. A lot of people are going on YouTube to choose something to watch that isn't just 15 seconds, a minute long, 5 minutes long. There is a real opportunity here to lean into long form content in these next 12 months. There's people who want to sit with the creators and either learn. One second. Yeah, so viewers do want to sit with the creator and either learn something or have that sense of companionship these days. And it's hard to have companionship with the people that you intake content from when it's so short. Longer form is another route to winning this year. I guess with this one, with the last point that I want to share with you guys, this is not something that is necessarily new. It's been going on, but there's going to be an emphasis on not having such perfect content in 2024. Like we're leaving perfect looking, everything polished and zipped up tight, suited and booted type of content back in 2023. We're not bringing that with us. That is over with. And what's replacing that, or what you're going to see more of, is messy content and relatable conversation with your bestie type of content. These are 2 videos that I have made towards the end of 2023 in my other weekly roundup videos. If you're a new creator, there's a lot of pressure to come out the gate looking really professional, and that's not necessary, nor is it wanted. Audiences and the viewers, the people that you're making the content for, they want to have spaces in the digital world where they can feel comfortable. And they're looking for other people to relate with. And, I'm going to use the companionship word. They're looking for more relationships online in terms of the content that I'm watching. I feel comfortable because this creator just gives off such a, like, they know me type of vibe, and I connect with them. They're looking for creators that they can connect with on a deeper level. And it's hard to connect when you're giving off such a polished and professional type of look. In 2024, it's going to be about finding the perfect combination of professional and relatability. And I call that, or it's called, polished authenticity. You want to lead with who you are in your content, even if it's educational based, and make your content give off that you put in some effort, but it doesn't need to be super perfect. I wish I had some better words to explain what I'm saying, or, but I don't. You really just need to lean into who you are and make content from a raw, real place, and learn how to convey your passion for the topics that you're covering in your content. When it comes to editing, when it comes to thumbnails, when it comes to titles, and copy, the wording that you're using with your audience, use words and phrases that connect with the people you want to view your videos. How do they talk with their friends and their family? You want to use those words. What imagery will they connect with? Keep that in mind, that there's friends on the other side of the camera, I hope you get what I'm saying. But yeah, that's it for me, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please enjoy some of my other content over here, and I will see you next week for another weekly roundup. Bye bye.